Hey y'all, it's Coach K, and I want to welcome you to episode 44 of the Stimulus Package. Today, we're talking about investments. All right, so many of you know that I have been watching a sermon series entitled Beast Mode by Pastor Darius Daniels. He is the pastor of Change Church, and these sermons in this series has really been speaking directly to my heart. So, over the past couple of weeks, I've been bringing you the revelation that I've experienced from those sermons. But this past week he talked about hunger and how it's important to stay, persistent and hungry for the things that God has called you to. And a lot of times life experiences, inconvenient setbacks, like inconvenient events that happen in your life can sometimes cause you to fall back or like really reevaluate if this is really something that you about, like if you really about that life. I want to talk to you a little bit about being intentional and being persistent in your approach to developing and working towards and on things that God has called you to do. A lot of times life just really causes us to become discouraged, and for many of us it's like every time we turn, we hear a no, or every time we try to do something different, we fall down, or like we don't have the proper support we need, or it's always something. It's going to always be something. But the one thing that keeps the drive going and keeps us focused on the goal is being hungry for the things that God called us to do. And that hunger requires us some type of investment. When I speak of investments, I'm not talking about, financial investments in stocks and bonds, or, investing in a company. I'm talking about the investment of your time, effort, and mind in the kingdom and the things that need to happen in order for you to bring that vision that God gave you to fruition. That gift and that hunger craves your investment. And I think that in this space and in this time in the world, we struggle with investing consistently because we don't reap the benefits instantly. At times you'll find yourself having more fuel, and at times you'll find yourself completely depleted, and like you don't understand why you're not motivated or why you're not feeling like you can go. But a lot of times it has to do with your hunger level. We all know that God has called us to do something, and we're all on assignment out here in these streets. And honestly, we tend to sit on, the dream or the thought sometimes because we either don't have the courage, or, life sometimes takes the wind out of us. But I'm here to tell you that your hunger level will be displayed through your actions. A good example of this would be this past week in Texas. We experienced a freeze. Now, if y'all don't know much about Texas, let me explain something to you. We don't do snow, we don't do ice, we don't do that mixture, winter mix type things in Texas. Like, we're used to the hot sun, we're used to having 4 seasons in one day. Like, we're not used to having winter advisory reports and like winter freezes. So this past week we experienced something that we were not prepared for. It was an inconvenience to a lot of us. It was a situation that really caused us to get frustrated. We didn't have the normal necessities like electricity, water, just like access to the normal bare necessities of life. We didn't have access to that. And I believe that God truly used this moment to slow us down, and also he used this moment to help us to remember how important it is to be grateful for the small things. A lot of people lost their lives. A lot of people got injured. A lot of situations happened. And it wasn't all due to the weather. It was due to being ill prepared and also having poor leadership. And I really think that God was trying to show us something by taking us through that. Regardless of what's going on, we have to make sure that whoever we're being led by and what the vision is is intact. And a lot of us struggle with seeing the vision because we're attached to the wrong leader, or we're not attached to any leader. And I wanted to come and remind everybody that no matter how crazy it looks, how crazy the situation gets, when you're anchored to Christ and you have a connection with God, you will always be sustained. You will always be secure, even on unpredictable, unstable ground. You will always be able to come out on the other side bigger and better than you were before. And this situation that happened in Texas, we're calling it Snowmageddon. This situation really caused us all to reevaluate how we move and the things that we value, and the things that we place value on. And I just want to remind you all that at the end of the day, God is always working on your behalf, and the good things and the bad things that you experience all are working together for your good. So whenever you experience some type of inconvenient event in your life, try to look for the value in that experience and don't let it deplete your hunger. And so I'm here to encourage you to really stay the path, y'all, and don't let anything stop y'all from investing in the things that God calls you to do. Sometimes that's a monetary investment as well. But honestly, when it comes down to it, if you're hungry for the things that God called you to do, you'll do things that most people won't do, like wake up early, or like go travel to the place where you need the help because God told you to go, but He didn't give you no more instructions. Like you'll do things that will seem crazy to other people, but it's in alignment with what God has called you to do. So what you do with the information that is given to you from God says a lot about how much you want it and how much you believe that you can attain it. We have to get to the point as a people where we stop allowing our circumstances to stifle or stop the movement and stop the mission. And when you are relentless and you are hungry for whatever it is God called you to, you're not going to let a snowstorm, a fire, a breakup, a no, you know what I'm saying? You're not going to let anything stop you from working toward that goal. So ultimately, the message this week is just to encourage you to keep pushing and to keep fighting and to stay hungry. At the end of the day, God would not reveal something to you that He's not going to let you see come to fruition. So this week, I want you to focus on evaluating your hunger level. Hunger is displayed through your actions, and it's displayed through, what you consistently do. And it doesn't matter what's going on around you. It doesn't matter the circumstances. It doesn't matter how things are playing out. That hunger inside of you is going to continue to work towards it, and it's going to continue to push you to be in the presence and getting direction and working and applying the things that you learn. Now, there may be a time stamp on that, or it may be longer than you think you should have to wait. But I just want y'all to know that in the way is a beautiful revelation about yourself. All right, y'all. So until next time, stay focused, keep grinding, and respect the process. I'm Coach K. Be sure to come to our website and subscribe at www.level27coaching.com, and also follow us on all social media platforms at Level 27 Coaching. All right, I love y'all, and I will talk to you next week. All right, and make sure you stay hungry. All right, bye.